Hey everyone, my name is Jeremiah Mayle, and welcome back to another farming sim video. Today we're going to be doing a few small chores around the farm, such as selling my current grain, also chopping down some trees and moving them out of the way. I don't have any intention of really doing much tree work on camera. I mean, of course, I'll be doing some on camera, but I don't want this entire video just to be dedicated to one specific thing, because also we're going to be working on people's fields, and although that will not be the primary source of our income, I do find that making money through your workers is a fantastic idea because not only are you making money from your fields, but you're also making money from helping other people with their fields. So, anyway, I'm also learning about the map. As you can see, where I have to go sometimes requires me to take some trails and stuff, so I don't have to spend a long time being on the main roads. So, for example, I never knew about this place. This place is quite precarious and actually very, nerve-wracking. Because if I tip my tractor over, I am screwed and I have to restart or reset my tractor. I would ramp it off, but I really don't want to risk not being able to recover my tractor. And me being lazy, it's like I could do that, but if it fails, then that means I have to end up doing more work than I would have had to have done straight from the beginning. Okay, so here we are, home sweet home. We have a little bit of grain in the harvester right now. I mean, not a whole lot. I mean, I might just put it inside our silo just to get it out of the way. I don't really see much of a purpose for it. I mean, I could sell it, but it's not really going to be worth that much. Maybe a few $1,000s. So if I just hold on to it, then the next field or the next fruit type we grow, after the current fruit type we have, um, maybe we'll grow that. You know, I mean, because obviously, growing anything is really growing stuff isn't. Right now, I can really grow anything since I don't have animals to stress out about. If I had animals, then obviously I wouldn't be growing. I wouldn't be growing all the same type of grain because I would need different types to feed the animals. I think pigs require four different kinds of food. They require beets, they require soy, canola, and stuff like that. So it's not one specific thing that animals are confined to. And that'll definitely change the game, at least in my perspective. It'll definitely make things different because I'm always used to just growing one fruit type, then selling that fruit type. I'm definitely going to have to change my tactics this time around. Okay. Well, once this guy is done with this field, I'll move him over to that field. But I want to actually get a tractor, or not tractor, a truck. Mostly because I want to get across the map fairly fast. And actually, I might as well go with this, just because it is cheaper, and I did purchase the I don't know, is this the mod or is this the DLC I bought? Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so this is the DCI, or DCI. This is the DLC vehicle that I got. So obviously, I want to at least use the real money I spent on the on you know I want to oh, my mic is moving. I want to actually put these vehicles to use. Okay, I don't know why my mic is moving, but I don't like it. Okay, well, hope that doesn't happen in every recording because I'm too busy paying attention to the game to notice that. Okay, so let's hope it doesn't continue moving. Alright, we should be fine. But anyway, instead of wasting my tractors. Okay, this is field 6. Let's see if we can find field 6. If I did field 5, I could get $17,000. Then if I was to borrow the items, then I'm guessing I would be not exactly fined, but my reward would be less. Now I want to see if I can get 6. But I don't think we will be able to, because not every field needs work, or the people don't think that work is needed. It's like, well, maybe what if they don't want to? What if they don't want people working their fields or something? I guess. Okay, so here is field 5. Let's go ahead and actually drive up there with our. I don't know what this is called. Hold up. I'm just going to call it a retriever. Anywho, the retriever. I'm just going to go ahead and just call it that, or like I'll just say car or truck or whatever. If I say any of those, you know what I'm talking about. But either way, I want to drive over to that field and get an actual like visual of how big that field is, because that field is huge. And my concern is there a time limit to my job? Because if not, then we're fine. But if so, then I don't want to do it, because if I remember right, um, uh, when you borrow vehicles, you actually have to drive it from the shop up to that field, and that's kind of annoying. Now maybe if I wanted to, I could do one of the closer fields, like field 12, 13, 7, 8. I might go ahead and check that out at least. Alright, what do we have? Okay, we have field 8. Oh my god, okay. Or lease for reward reduced by, okay. So okay, so if I wanted to, I want to test something out. Hold on. Okay. We'll go ahead and do field 8. 8 work. All right. There we go. And let's dump that in there first. And the thing I like about the work in this game is you can do your own things while also having work being current, or like while also having a contract open. So like in the previous game, you couldn't be away from your field for so long. Why in this game you can be in anywhere, and as long as you get the job done, then you're fine. So I mean, I kind of like that. Now, what I'm going to do is I have some seed over here, and we are going to fill up just a little bit of it, and we're going to hire a worker. Because if I hire a worker to do this for me, then technically I still gain money, because I don't have to stress out about what is going on. Like, there's seed bags right there. How do you not notice that? Come on. Okay, there we go. Okay, so my theory is am I actually able to hire a worker and have them do the field for me while I go do other stuff? Because if so, then I can just do the I can hire workers to do the higher paying jobs, and I pay them, so much money for doing field work While, let's say if it's a smaller job, it might not be worth it to hire a worker. I mean, it just depends on how much I pay workers hourly. Anyway, let's go over here and go to field 8. My god. That's a huge field. Alright, well, you know what? Let's go. It's not going to get done when there's no one to get it done, so I hate that. There we go. Just ramming it into the thing definitely works. Oh my god, leave me alone. I don't want these damn cars in the way, because you just give me more issues. And these tools are getting too thick again. At least in 17, they give you more clearance on the roads for your vehicles. Now, the roads are just, like, all really thin, and, like, if you got anything that's even relatively thick, the AI acts weird, and, you know, you get clipped on everything. But, you know, I digress. Well, you know what we can do? I don't like doing that, but at the same time, vehicles are super annoying in this game. Sometimes I wish the AI was, like, smarter. Like, even the Grand Theft Auto 5 AI was so much smarter. You know, they could drive around vehicles and, you know, it's like, in this one, they don't. They are stuck to a route. And if they don't go on that route, then, you know, then they just don't work. Why'd I do that? Alright, let's get to the field, then unfold. Alright, and unfold about now. Okay, how big is this thing? Alright, okay. So it doesn't look like it has multiple things that unfold. Okay, so now let me line this up. Then here, I'm going to hire a worker, and as far as I know, they should, this is the wrong, wait, what do you want me to plow? Or, not plow, plant. Alright, wheat, there we go. And begin. Here we go. Now, hopefully this very, very little bit of corn will not jeopardize the entire field, because if so, then we are going to be about $4,000 down the drain. Not the end of the world, but, you know. Okay, so, for how much money I'm going to be making, I definitely think, you know, me paying a worker to do it, as far as I know, for how much I'll pay the worker, I will have a gain, like a actual profit. Now, if let's say I was to be doing, you know, hypothetically a smaller field, then, you know, maybe I wouldn't hire a worker just because, like, it just wouldn't be worth it. And plus, if it's a small field, obviously I would handle it by myself. Now, I mean, of course, I can do big fields such as 8, but, like, sometimes they get very, 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 like, slow and very repetitive. I remember on Goldcrest back in 17, anytime I would do the biggest field, anything, regardless of what it would take me. The, like, fastest time I had was about a 39-minute job or something like that. It took a long time to get anything done. It was like, why? Okay, so I want to drive this down to the farm just because that's where we are going to be hanging out while our worker works on field 8. But I do want to stop by field 8 to make sure that our worker has enough clearance across the entire field. Because sometimes your worker suddenly stops working due to, let's say, something's blocking its way. I mean, sometimes it'll try and improvise and it just won't go in that area. It'll just stop and reverse as if that was the end of the field, which isn't bad, but at the same time, sometimes it's so bad that they just don't work or they don't move and you're wasting money hiring them. Where is this field? This map is so confusing. And it is hard to see that map. My lord. Or the roads on the map. I can see the fields. Okay, here. Okay. So it definitely has clearance over here. And I can already tell that this is going to be something else. Yeah, this will definitely be an interesting task. And since it's not a square, I would like to see how the AI actually performs this task. See, like, for example, this, now the worker is not finishing this top part up here just because there's not enough room to go further. Which, of course, is not bad, because if I need to, toward the very end, all I have to do is run that sewer through here one time, going one direction, and it should be fine. But my concern is on the slants. How far do they go on those slants before they just quit working altogether? Because sometimes at least I had issues with that when I did ever try and do that with, like, 17. Now in this game, I'm not sure because AI is getting smarter, but also it is, no offense, it is Farming Simulator, and their changes aren't always so drastic as people think they are. Okay, so how much more do you have? Nope, you are about to finish. Then our fields will be completely done, and we won't have to worry about them until the next episode. Or, I mean, heck, I could start them in this episode, because, maybe I'll go upstairs and take a shower and, let my worker do field 8 and hope that he doesn't stop working. But if he does stop working, it's fine. Let's actually get an axe or a chainsaw. Now, I want to start chopping down trees. That doesn't mean that I might be selling the trees right away, because moving trees is like a nuisance. So I don't want to be slowing down my productivity or video wise just to sell some trees on camera. Now, I would like to sell the trees, but like for now, I just want them cut down so I know where, like, so I can see how it looks like without that tree. And like maybe without this tree here, I can have an opened up pathway, like a slightly bigger opened up pathway. Although this thing here is in the way, which I don't know how to get rid of things like these. Like, how do I get rid of all the junk in the yard? That is one question I've wondered, because if it's possible to remove that junk out of the way, I would be so happy to get it out, so I can, let's say, put a shed up there or something. Now, if I can't, it's not a total loss, but it would be nicer to be able to just remove all this. So let's say maybe if I was to get out of there, walk over here, and go in here and do landscaping. Could I, or would it not let me? Okay, terrain cannot be modified. I'm guessing that's because of all the junk that's there. Well, that's kind of sad. I'll look online to see if there's any way for me to get rid of this junk. As far as I know, there's not, but it would be cool if this stuff was removable. Because if it is, or if it was, then, I would have, something to do in the video. And also, like, that would not exactly open up a gate, but it would show slightly more realism. But yeah, so I guess I'll be back because I'm just going to take a shower and let the game run. My worker for my sower is the sower on my field is completely finished. So I don't have to be concerned about anything apart from the worker on 8. So I might. Ooh, I have an idea. What if I was to cut grass in this video? Like, what if I was to get a mower and cut the grass here? Because I feel like my farm is kind of messy. I could make it look decent, and also chop down this tree. Hopefully it doesn't fall on the field, because if it does, then we might be selling a tree on video. I'm going to see if I can push it one direction. Yes. There we go. Okay, great. Now, as far as I know, unlike 17 where you couldn't cut down the bushes and shrubs, I think you can in this game. So cutting this grass won't be an issue. Now that's also going to be some free money because it's grass and grass is worth stuff. I do want to clarify. I don't know where that road goes. So if you were mentioning anything in the comments about this road leading out into town or something, I'm aware of that, and I want to see if I can actually get in the town, or if I can enter my farm through that way. But first I have to find my way into town because Lord knows where I am. Bet yeah, there's really bad reception in this area, just for like how rural this area is. Okay, this thing goes way too fast. Like, I mean, of course I can control the speed, but like it goes way too fast for my own good. It gets wonky after like going at its fastest. It does get very like finicky, and you turn it even slightly and it just goes haywire. So let's go ahead and turn off cruise control. Or move the cruise control down. Because this thing, it does go fairly fast. I'll say about 20, we'll even it out at 30. There we go. Okay, so 30 should be fine. There we go. And now we are in town. This is fantastic. Now I want to see if I can take a road that's at the bottom of the town, the most south road, and I want to see if I can get to my farm without having to take some sketchy road. Okay. If we want to be realistic, there we go. Turn on indicators. You can barely see it blinking. Here we go. I wish the indicators would shut off after you turned. I mean, of course, like maybe if you're still turning or something, I guess you wouldn't want that, but that would be a cool mechanic to put in, is turns off your indicators, because you don't need them after you've already turned. I think some cars have that like kind of mode, or that like kind of that setting. Okay, I think this is the road. Let's stay on this road, because this is the road I do drive on to get to my farm. But I think I actually take a detour every time. I continue, I think, going straight onto a dirt road, while you should just continue staying on the main drag. And if you stay on the main road, then you should be fine. And because I would turn here and go up all the way around there, like on that trail. But if I continued going forward just a little longer, right here, bada bing, bada boom, there's the giant windmill, and here's our farm. that would have saved me so much time and trouble. Kind of sad that I didn't notice that until just now. But hey, now we know, so we don't have to stress out about it later. Once we get the money for our job that someone else is doing, then I want to actually get me a mower. Let's go mower shopping. I know I said I'd get in the shower and stuff, but I mean, whether I get in the shower or not, the person has to get done before the end of this video. And with the power of editing, that won't matter to you guys at all. So I don't think I have a tractor that can actually pull this. Not because because of how much it requires work-wise, but because I can't attach anything to the front. Now I could put it on the back, but I think at that point I might as well use this. I might as well use this right here, just because this one goes on the back, and yeah, on the back, and it looks like there is no front or there is no extra stuff that can be attached to it. So obviously, you know, it's possibly for the tractors that don't have a front loader, or not front loader, a front attachment. Now I wonder, how's this going to work? Like, do you drive on your side? I don't think that's how tires work. Well, either way, we have that now. Let me go ahead and get this tractor over to the shop, and I'll get that mower. Then we can start mowing grass. Because if we start mowing grass, then I can get a baler and I can bale it up. Because I mean, so I can at least make some money back, at least for the mower and baler itself. Then, of course, since grass grows back, then, of course, you know, eventually we will be making profit from the grass. Now, I don't want the bushes and shrubs to grow back, like, you know, like that field over there. Although that's not a field, it's like a grass area. How there's no bushes over there, I want something like that. I don't want to have to stress out about, like, you know, this ugly looking farm because of all these weeds. I want it just to always look clean and not full of bushes. But I guess that is within the maintenance, the yearly maintenance. I just want to see if I can get rid of bushes and shrubs and all that on my farm by using the mower, and I wonder, will it grow back? Because if it grows back, then in a sense that's bad and good, because it's bad for aesthetics, but it's good because I can at least make some money off of it. Turn on and lower. Son of a bitch. It doesn't go away. How do I get rid of this? Okay. Well, sadly, it doesn't get rid of the bushes, which is aggravating, to say the least. I mean, of course, we're getting grass, and I think we're getting rid of the weeds and stuff. No, we aren't. We aren't. Okay, that is really aggravating, because now it's like I have all these ugly bushes and stuff that is just, you know, making my farm look bad, and I don't want that. So, between videos, I am going to be looking up how to get rid of the bushes, because I think there is a way. Oh, hold on. Okay, actually, hold up. And it's saving. Okay. As soon as it gets done. Okay, we'll go over here, and damn, they're definitely getting some work done on that field. I like that. All right. Okay. if I am correct, if I just go over here and hit landscaping, then let's say go over to where I am, and like I want to zoom in so I can actually see stuff. Then if I hit smooth out, it removes the bushes without changing the land drastically. Although I will be getting rid of the grass, I'm also getting rid of these awful, ugly, hideous, atrocious bushes. Now, I think the grass can grow back, but I'm not quite sure. And if it can't, then that is kind of sucky, but sometimes you have to sacrifice things to make things look nice, you know? So sometimes you have to take the good with the bad, you know? Now, I don't know how much I am being charged for this. Definitely not that much. It's like maybe $10 for every time I press the button. So like, for a dense area, not too bad. Oh, I can go big. I can go thick. Alright, nice. So if I wanted to, do this entire area, I can, with ease. Get rid of all that. There we go. There we go. Alright. Now, if I can also do it here. Controls are still different. Like, very weird. Alright. Then over here, yep. And I just changed some of my field. God damn it. Not the end of the world, but, like, that's going to be annoying to, like, now I have to officially get a cultivator. Or a plow, so I can, like, change that field back over to its original state. And I actually planned on making this a bigger field, or this one a bigger field. Like, that's not a bad idea, because it cuts down me having to switch over my tractor or my harvester over to a different field. It'll just continue working on both fields at the same time. So, not this isn't too bad, but definitely still kind of a bummer, to say the least. Now, how do I raise? Okay. Here, let's do this. Let's raise it up just a hair. Okay, there we go. Now, that looks so much better, so much more, like, so much easier to work with. Or at least for me, I'm not sure how well the ramp is going to be. I mean, I'm just going to assume that it'll be easier to drive up to. Now, I'd like to also smoothen this out, if I can see where I'm doing it. Maybe, add. Can you please let me do my job? Like, I'd appreciate that, thanks. Yes. Alright, there we go. Now, that should be fine. Let me go ahead and get out. Perfect. Like, although the grass is a bit wonky now, because you can't see it, I hope it grows back. If I don't, like I said, not the end of the world. I'll see if I can replant more grass. I don't think I can, because it is, like, it'll register it as the player wanted it to be this way, so it is this way. Don't worry, I'll do the entire farm later, but for now, it's fine. And this is so much better. I'm not ramping my entire tractor up here. And I'm also not, like, trying to, like, drive it off of a cliff or nearly tip it over every time I get off. So, not bad at all. Now, I'm looking around trying to see if there's anything else I can do in this video. I mean, apart from doing more the grass and weeds thing, I don't really see much more I can do in this video. Because in the next video, I plan to do the plow thing, where I combine fields and also fix the field that I just messed up. Of course, not a whole lot of money lost, but, money is money, and when you're just beginning, you kind of don't got that. But we should be making a fair bit amount of money from our workers, so, by the next video, I would have already done through maybe a few seasons. If I go by, let's say, a few seasons, then this will be fixed. I might not combine the fields, but that part over there will be most definitely fixed, at least, because I don't think the AI will register that there's more field over here to get done, so it'll always end before it even starts. Either way, I want to say thank you for watching this video. I do appreciate it. Let me know what you think of this video game down in the comments below, and I will see you guys all later. Have a fantastic day.